Okay, folks, welcome back. So we need to clear this desk space because we have an unboxing that we're going to do first. And I know what this is. I know what this should be. And hopefully it's the right thing. And now I've lost track of how many of these damn cars I've made. Damn cars! Technically this one's not a car, this one isn't either. It's a garbage truck. So, and that one's a truck. So, anyhow. Yeah, Hellwater is the one that we're going to do next. Alright. It's so hard to focus with all this shit all over it. Alright. So, we got something in the mail that took a lot longer than it should have to get here. We'll see if it's correct. This is something I remember there being in the store last time I was buying Hot Wheels cars 7 or 8 years ago. But unbeknownst to me, they make them for a couple of years and they stop discontinuing them. I mean, they might make the bodies but they don't make the whole thing, the whole decal and everything. So I don't necessarily want to buy things that are expensive just because they're collectible, because I'm going to modify them. So what happened is I started, once I found out that I could actually use the graphics that are on the cars and make them look weathering and color match, and I'm happy with it, there's no point in repainting cars if they have graphics that really work. And these were actually what I picked up here. This is actually a whole set of 5 vehicles that they all go together. They all have a certain theme that I think will work really well for the Gaslands themes that I'm doing. And no, it's nothing that's in the actual rule book. So, anyhow. So I picked up these. Let's just look at one of them. And they are a set of, I believe they call them crazed clowns. Okay, so we're going to keep these graphics on them. And I'll try to show them to you guys. The graphics on them are just to a level of detail that if I was going to paint a clown on there, it wouldn't look like that. I mean, that's a lifetime trying to paint that. Right, so we're going to weather that. Obviously, we're not going to weather it too much, or you won't be able to tell what the hell it is. I don't know about the blue rims. That's a bit much, but this is an ice cream truck, an ice cream truck body for the game. Let's put it that way. And these were around. What year are they? I was watching the video on how to tell what year these things are, and there's some code up here. Maybe 2014? And these weren't that expensive. They were like $2 each. Okay? Yeah, I think that's exactly how much they were. They were like $2 each by the time you deal with them. So, we're going to do some clowns. We've got 5 of them. I got 5 clown cars. And they're all going to, the clowns are all going to have names. So, yeah, anyhow, this is Tropicool. Well, that's not what we're going to call it. We can do better than that. All right, next one. Yeah, here's the set here on the back. Now, there's actually some clown vehicles by Hot Wheels that I have seen that aren't part of this set. So apparently they did something like around 2005. They got some of them that are like exaggerated, like with really, really big tires. And they're not part of this set. And they're not part of these here either. Okay? This one is, well, Nash Metropolitan. Is that what the car is? I think that's what the car is. Look at this thing. Look at this. Now, I'm personally not somebody who's afraid of clowns. I didn't like him as a kid because I was afraid of the clown getting like his face paint or something on my clothes as a kid. But like clown scary, Clowns aren't fucking scary. They're, you know, you can't take anything serious. So, this guy right here, he's got a whole lot of gold bling. We're gonna have to tone that down. But, you know, we're gonna leave it in purple. We're gonna leave it with the clown graphics on it, and obviously we're gonna paint headlights, the grill, the bumper. The red rim's actually not bad on this one, but you know, I'm pretty confident in my skills of, after, you know, the so many of them that I've done recently, between the yellow one and this green one, and now the garbage truck. You know, we can work with whatever graphics we have there. All right. Oh, this thing's a lot bigger than I thought it was. Hando, the four-armed wonder clown. Big delivery van. Green rims. Ooh, I like the front of this thing. And you would think, yeah, who the hell's gonna buy clown cars? Well, it's great for this theme. I mean, you know. This obviously has been sun damaged. This is Fits and Giggles Mobile Clown School. And it looks like a Mini Cooper. Is it a Mini Cooper? Morris Mini, yes. This thing is faded so much I can't even tell what color the rims are. What color the wheels are on it. How about we open this thing up? Actually, I like this little logo. I like this Hot Wheels clown logo. That's kind of cool. We don't collect things. The idea of keeping something in its package and not pulling it out is like not me. Yellow. And we're going to take these apart. Oh, these have the plastic pegs. Even better. We'll drill into them. We're not drilling into metal pegs anymore. We're not doing that. Okay? If they have plastic pegs, I'll drill into them. If they're metal pegs in a plastic bottom body, we're gonna carve around that. It saves me so much time. Maximum clown capacity 35. That's what's written on here. Well, I'm looking at this. This is the smallest of the vehicles, and I'm already telling you I'm going to double the crew on it. Okay? It has a crew of 2, so it's going to be 4, which doesn't sound like it's crazy, but I'm going to spend the points for this thing, and we're going to double it. Now, whatever they're equipped with, we obviously don't want to mess up these graphics, okay? Because it has some cool graphics here that make this unique. So wherever I put weapons, I'm going to try to make sure that that doesn't get covered up. Okay? And the last one. I believe this is the funny car. Haha. Side splitter. Oh, it even says haha on it. Not so funny car team. Who's laughing now? There you go. What's written on the side here? Not so funny. Big floppy lead foot. Visa Vigles Shedden. Schultze the detail hobo. Willie get a real job something. Interesting. Ooh, this one's interesting because it has a whole metal top and the bottom is also metal. That's definitely something that's going to have a nitro. Oh, I see. It opens up like that. Okay, well, we don't have to take it apart. Unfortunately, it says Hot Wheels on it, but we're going to let that stand. You know, it is what it is. I mean, the graphics on here are definitely a work with everything else. And I don't know what this is supposed to be originally. Maybe a Corvette? Corvette funny car? Yeah, this thing's really heavy. So anyways, we got clowns. We got 5 clown cars. Now, I don't think I'm going to go and do all the clown cars at once. I think we'll mix them in a little bit at a time. The next one we're going to finish Hellwater, and then we're probably going to work on the Wambulance, which is right here. Okay, so we need to get rid of these boxes. Let's move these over here. It's a cheap hobby, folks. All right. God, this chair is just brutal. A creaky bitch. All right, so where we left off is we had primed this. We need to paint this flamethrower that's going to go... It's probably going to go on the roof somehow, but we're not going to glue it in place. We're going to use this stickum stuff. And, you know, so basically you can move this however you want. It doesn't ruin the paint job underneath. And like if it's flaming somebody on the side, you just stick it like that, and you still get what you see is what you get. And I don't have to mess up the flames on the top. Okay? Why is it called Hellwater? Well, it's got HW written on the side of it. You know, so we got to work with that. All right. So, we need to find, we need to do our color matching, or color closeness. This is like red, but it's not red. And we're going to have to add a little bit of a metallic to it. Oh, just shut up, chair. We're going to use Iron Breaker as what we're going to add in there. And I'm going to try to do this with Vallejo, because Vallejo has a lot more staying power on this. Let's use a bigger chunk with this. Put this on the bottle cap. That way we can get all the way around it. And we're going to make it look like it's smoldering on the end. All right. So let's grab... I have one of these colors that's kind of orangish a little bit. I want to call it Aramanth or something like that. Aramanth red. This is orange red. And that might not be bad. That we don't need to do. Light orange. All right. Which one? Escarlata. That's scarlet. I guess I'll pull it out here. Where's the one I'm thinking of? It's like Aramanth something or another. Here it is. Purple Heart Red. I think that's going to be the one. This is one of the first Vallejo reds that I bought a long time ago. And I still have it. I've never replaced it. It's not a color that gets used a lot. We're going to need a little bit of water. So in a perfect world, we'll get this guy done tonight. I don't know that we're going to be able to do that, but we're going to try. The front of this is going to look cute. It's got a cute face on there. Almost looks like a cute goldfish or something. Goldfish going to hell. These are the super readers. All right, so let's put some of this Araman thread over here. All right, we're going to do a little dollop of black, as always. And I think we need to open this up a little bit more. One of these isn't really. Yeah, this is the real thick music wire. And I might have to add a little bit of red to get that where I'm comfortable with it. Where I'm happier with it. Let's see what this gets us. Jack this up a little bit. So I found out today that we've been playing Gaslands wrong. And we've been playing it wrong in a more restrictive way. But in my defense, when I learned how to play the game, somebody else was in charge of the rules. It's just like anything else. But so next time we'll try to play it more correctly. There's some maneuvers that are like straights and stuff where you basically get like free shifts that we weren't getting those free shifts on. So we'd have a lot less hazards. I was wondering, like, man, why we're getting a lot of hazards and all we're doing is going straight. I'll try to get it right next time. Hey, I didn't say I was good at games. I'm just a painter. I paint and I game things. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and paint this the same color. We're going to have another one of those slow nights where nobody comes in and says anything. Well, I should be able to finish this thing regardless because I got some coffee in me. We're coked up on coffee. All right, I am going to add a little bit of, let's do the scarlet. I'm not ready to add the metallic. The metallic can wait until one of the later. No. Yeah, it takes a long time doing the black lining and stuff on the garbage truck, but it's well worth it. I think that's where we need to be. now we're going to take this same color with a little bit less black in it. And we might actually have to wait for this to dry, so we may have to jump to the ambulance and start building her while this dries. That's the only reason I hop around, just because sometimes you just got to keep moving. Hey Hoffman, you like my garbage truck? I think it turned out great. It's not very white. It's definitely, wait for it, trashed. Where's my little note here? Oh, this is the one for the British car. All right. The one that we called Lord Poppycock. Might not be the final name. But anyways, the uppity British guy. I'm gonna go take a leak. I'll be right back. All right. This guy is I have two choices, and I think I know which one I'm going to do. I have this one. They're both Jaguars. They're the same body style. They're just two different paint jobs. You know you have too many when you can't find them. If he's not there, there's gonna be... God, I detest grabbing one thing and something else falling. It makes you want to like punch a kitten. Not really, but I detest that. Come on, dude. Okay, it's not here. It's not that one. Not that. Not this. There it is. Okay, they're both Jaguar Mark 1s. Where'd I post the garbage truck? All over Facebook. All over Facebook. Oh, this is a 2024 model. That's why. Okay. So this is the latest model. I don't know how the hell you can read what year this is. Anyhow, these are the two models. I think I'm going to go with the light gray one for him. And that one is going to have a heavy machine gun. I'm going to put armor plating on it. And it's going to have a skill called Feel No Pain. So Feel No Pain, basically, it can't take more than 2 damage in a turn. Period. Anything over that gets discounted. It's hefty. It costs 8. But I think this is what we're going to use for him. Obviously, we're going to leave it in this color. This should work just fine. Oh. Actually going to be a 28-point car. But the ambulance build, I actually have it on my phone. The ambulance. Okay, it's going to have a ram, a harpoon. Okay, here's the harpoon. It's turreted, a turreted harpoon. We're either going to put it here or up here. Okay, so it's a base 20 points. It's going to have a ram. Why would it not have a ram? Not called a wambulance. It has 3 build slots. The harpoon's going to take 1. The ram's going to take another 1. So 20 points, the ram costs 4. The harpoon costs 6, so we're up to 30. And I want to give it another weapon so it's got something other than, because a harpoon, all it does is if your vehicle is lighter than you, it'll attach to it. When you get a successful hit, it'll pull your vehicle towards you. If you're bigger than it, if you're smaller than whatever you harpooned, you'll pull yourself towards it. So you definitely want to, if you're getting pulled, you're definitely going to want to shoot from the front so that you have a ram here and you end up ramming somebody. Where'd I get the old guy sitting on the back? He's not old, he just looks like shit. He's actually younger than I am. He's about 37 years old. That is Stan Johansson, who just passed away, some of his Road Warrior figures. So they're not going to be available anymore. I don't think his family's continuing it. And I wish I had more. That's from the Redneck group. From the Redneck group of guys. Yeah, he's awesome. He paints up great. I got a couple of rednecks in here too. But they're not glued in, so. So let's look at rams for this thing. Let's see what our ram options are. And we got a lot of them. Yeah, the trash truck looks... I don't know how it's going to play in the game. It's kind of limited with its weaponry and stuff. But it looks fucking great, It looks great. And this happens to me. I'll be like, I don't know how this is turning out. Just keep on it. Just stay on it. Trust the process, right? Like I've done it enough times, I trust the process. And, yeah. No, it turned out really well. It turned out really, really well. And I'm able to use the decals. Now, I bought this used in this condition. It's got dings and dents and I don't know, but it's been played with. Okay? So, we're going to have to somehow make that work. It'll be fine. We got a lot of cars under our belt now at this point. Like, we know what we're doing. If we didn't before, we know what we're doing now. We know what works. We know what doesn't work. All right, so this guy right here, let's see what kind of RAM options we can put on here. And we definitely need to put some kind of armor plate here for the vision thing. This thing is asking for that. So let's grab some of those as well. Unfortunately, my parts are over here, but so be it. Lord Poppycock, or whatever we end up calling him, he is a British vehicle, and he needs to have a British machine gun on there. So, I've got one of these Vickers looking things. It's going to have a Vickers. I'm pretty sure I have a Vickers machine gun. I know I've got one in a turret. And I don't want to turn every vehicle into a turret vehicle. Because then it just becomes like, boring. And I think this turret is too damn big anyways. We could save this for one of the other British vehicles. I believe I've got this type of machine gun in another format. If not, we can just use a different machine gun. I just thought it'd be cool to use a British style machine gun for that guy. Here it is. Here's one. And it's not going to be mounted on the roof. It's not going to be mounted. It's just forward firing. Yeah. So this is literally a Vickers style looking MG. A fun team idea might be Sasquatch, Mothman, and Nessie, or some other combination. Oh, you didn't see the unboxing that I did you? We picked up some clowns. So I've got 5 clown cars, and we're going to keep those graphics on there. Obviously, we're going to have to tone down the freaking gold, but. And we were playing. I was saying earlier, we've been playing the game wrong. The game has, I noticed it today. The game has when you put down a maneuver template, and it has shift icons on certain ones. If you play that and you're in that gear, you get additional shifts for free. Well, that would keep us from crashing all over the place if we're just trying to go straight. So obviously we're going to implement that the next time we play, but we got little clown car. Of course, this one's going to have double the crew because it's small. That's where all the people are going to come out of. Unfortunately, without cheating, I can't give them more than 4 crew. But all right, I'm going to pull Poppycock out here because we know what it's armed with. And we'll be taking this one apart for sure. And it's going to have a machine gun. What else? Armor plating. Armor plating and machine guns. Okay, so. Oh, it's a British vehicle. It's got to have it. If we're going to put it on the hood, it's got to be over on this side. We have an armor plate that has like a gun port for it. Okay, that's one. I may actually have several. I had a different style one. Oh, here's one that has a double gun port. Let's see if this works. No, it's got to be on the British side. So I can't use it on this one. And can't use it on this one either. All right. So we're gonna have to make our own armor plate for this guy, because these guys drive on the wrong damn side of the road. Yeah, I'm probably going to glue it on the roof on this one, on this particular one. Yeah, this Joker's slick as shit. So I'm going to take this. I don't think this works. No, I'm going to have to make my own armor plate for this guy. But he's going to go with this machine gun. So we're going to put this in the parts box. So when we disassemble this guy, he's all together. Okay. And the Wambulance has the harpoon. And let's see what kind of ram options we have. No, it's too wide. This might actually not be bad. Although this has a nice grill on it. That might not be bad. This is like a cow catcher from hell. The process. You just gotta, don't jump to conclusions. Don't dry brush in one color going, this doesn't look good. Well, add another layer, man, Add another layer. Oh, this is not bad. This is not bad. That's not bad on the front. So, this is poppycock. I was actually considering it's what the cost of this thing's getting way out of hand. It's 20 points. The harpoon, which is turreted, is only cost 6. So now up to 26. It's got to have a ram on it. So now we're up to 30. And I was thinking about putting explosive rams on the side and the rear. But I'm going to have to build that. I'm going to have to build an exploding ram. Now, one of the things I could do is I have a freaking bomb. Okay, exploding rams, basically, they go off once, and that's it. So, maybe I could take this bomb and stuff it in here if it fits. It does not fit, so that's not an option. Basically having a bomb in there with the doors open. And that's exploding ram on the back. Like, dink, and va in your face, But I want rams on the side, too, because what that means is if somebody can... Man, if I had another one of these, this would probably work fine. Look at that. That would look great on the side. Be a prickly bastard. Then it could ram people. I don't think I'm going to put a machine gun on it. The whole point is to make him different, so you got to play him different. Yeah, I kind of like this. And I wish I had another one of these. Hold that thought. British. See if I've got a couple of hedgerow cutters. That might work. Because I don't want to say, oh yeah, it's got a ram on the side. Well, let me see it. Oh, just pretend it has one. Wrong answer, okay? That doesn't fly around here. I don't want these situations like, well, These little skirmishers are armed with the bows. Why can't they fire at a distance? Well, that's just the way the rules are. Wrong answer. What you see is what you get. I spent 2 decades of that bullshit. We're not going there again. No, these are Valentines. Okay, so where am I? Okay, here's the honey one. The honey one doesn't have that. So it is the American ones. I need 2. And I want them to both look the same. Whatever design they are, I want them to both look the same. And I mean, I could make them out of plastic card and stuff, but... Which, if I don't have, that's what I'll end up doing. We'll get some of that, what is that stuff called? Plastruct? Oh, they're too small. Assuming I even find another one that's too small. It's too, like... It's just too little there. I'd like for it to cover this whole side. And I only have one, right? Yeah, I must have used the other 2. Yeah. Okay, so we'll end up building a side ram out of Plastruct. What the hell just fell? All this. All these spare parts and still don't have what we need. Alright. So this is going to get the harpoon. This belongs on like a... This thing, I mean, choo-choo, this belongs on the freaking front of a semi. I think I'm liking this one the best of all of them. And maybe this one, because it's got spikes on the front. So I'm going to take these 2 things. Not that one. That goes on something different. That's too cool. And the harpoon. And I'm going to put this in a box. All right. And I did that specifically because I got to wait for this paint to dry. So I might as well be doing something constructive. No, we don't want these inside here. That's going to really obfuscate things. Okay, so we got to take Poppycock apart. We'll add armor plates for it made out of sheet styrene or something. Because it's going to be basically an evasive car. That's going to be the evasive car. It's just going to have one machine gun. It's not even a heavy machine gun. It's going to have armor plating, smoke, and it's going to have the perk called Feel No Pain. And basically, Feel No Pain is when it's not its turn. So when somebody's shooting at it, if they do more than 2 points of damage, it only counts as 2. It can only take a maximum of 2 points of damage when it's being shot at. So it's going to be a 12-point vehicle that can be, that's all that can happen to it. Let's play it a little different. That's actually a really expensive skill. It's cost 8. All right, let's go back to this. So where we left off is we had some of this with the red. Let's add just a wee bit of black. Black is just really, really Dominant. I think that's where we need to be. Let's take a little bit of the metallic, very little. Trust the process. Yep. That's just experience. Knowing when it's like, okay, this is a lost cause. Let's not continue down this road. You know, like we gave it a fair shake to make this look how we wanted to. It's not working for us for whatever reason. It's time to do something different. Or let me make sure I give this thing a fair shake and not give up before I've done so. It's going to be real close. It's going to be close enough on. I mean, this one was like, by the time you weather it, it's like looks the same color. Hog Wild will work, HW. But it's like a devilish script. Let me show you this. Let me show you the letters. The HW. I don't know if you can make that out. It looks devilish. So, H has got to be hell then if you're going to go that way. And the other way we can check this is, if you had a scratch on here and you can barely make out the color, you're right where you need to be. So Saturday, there will not be a Saturday morning show because I'm going to Orlando to Modelpalooza is what it's called. What if there's going to be a mosh pit at Modelpalooza? I don't think so. And I've no intention of picking up models. I want one broken plane that I can use as a ramp, the wing I can use as the ramp for it, you know, if the price is right. And then I'm going to look at decals. Hopefully somebody has some 1/64th decals. I want some Rising Suns and 1/72nd scale. I'm sure I could find that. I'm probably going to bring Hayabusa with me in my pocket. And that way I can, you know, judge. You know, but I want some Rising Sun type logos for my Japanese team. I think that'll be a nice tie-in. And in the next town down from me, so about 30 miles away from the old town I used to live in, that I'm 15 miles from, on the way back, they have a collector's store that has die cast. So I'm probably going to stop by there on the way back. And maybe they'll have something cool in the price range. And I'm willing to spend $3 on something, not more than that. Like, you know, $3 for something that's plenty. Actually, this one was $4 because it was a neon set one. That's it. All these other things were $1 each. And again, the bad news is, I mean, that's really freaking close, color-wise. And again, we gotta wait for it to dry. And I even thought about bringing my Dremel in here and taking it apart, since we're not gonna grind metal anymore. I don't want to do that. I don't want to use cut-off wheels. That stuff's just too damn dangerous. You know, I mean, I'm a pretty careful person, but sometimes you just feel like you're taking risks you don't need to. All right. Well, while we're waiting on that, we didn't do black lining on this thing, did we? Let's do that. I'd like to keep working on this one. Let's do the black lining on here. That doesn't affect anything else, not doing that. They are not dark tone. No, it is dark tone. It's not strong tone. Got it. Did you end up getting a Godzilla car or something, or that was just you were just thinking about it? All the cars I have, and I don't have a Skyline. Brings shame on your family. Well, I don't have that many Japanese. I got an older 240Z. I got a Nissan 350. I think that's what it is. A Z350. I think that's what that is. The Hayabusa one. I've got a Toyota MR2. Not exactly, full of horsepower on that one. I should say on the Asian team, because I got that Kia electric car. And if I use the graphics that are already on the vehicle, that saves me having to strip it. And that's, if there's one process that you want to skip, it's that one. Because there's a lot of drying time. Not like it's a pain in the butt, but there's other things that go along with it that are just a pain in the ass. So skipping that would be a good thing. This is stuff that you want to do so 3 feet away, all the details that are on this vehicle can be seen with your naked eye. Otherwise, it's just kind of lost. A ZZ Top looking car. And I'm going to split the difference. I'm not going to make the... No, I'm not going to do bronze wheels. I'm going to make them. I'm going to make them metallic. I'm going to make them silver metallic, or dark, like this lead belcher, or the even darker boys. Iron Warriors. We're going to do Iron Warriors on those. Something we can dry brush lightly with. That looks much better than freaking gold. I mean, it's got to look serious, like, we're here to, race and, kill people along the way or something like that, not just goofing off. That improved the look at it a lot. A lot. A little bit of this black showing here at the bottom. Well, that's going to end up getting weathered. That's fine. Okay, and this is going to be around where the lights are. So let's go ahead and do that now, and then we'll paint the lights. Okay, we're going to put on that as a base color. And then we'll probably do like a more chromey light color around it once we actually have the headlamp in there, which is what we're going to go to next. So let's get a little bit of white. We already have black here. Now let's do the headlamps. One of my favorite things to do. Does this one have tail lights? I guess that's slipped down. I guess that's those down there. We'll paint them. I got to use little boy's room again. I'll be right back. All right, let's mix up. A gray. Why don't you just use a gray? It's already mixed up. Because I've always done it this way. There's something about mixing it individually, on kind of on a whim, that I really like. I feel like I'm pretty good at it too. So it's empowering. All right, we have something we can prop this thing up a little bit. Say like this. There we go. So almost like the color of like Panzer gray. Add a little bit of white to it. And then we're going to do kind of like that half moon at the bottom. Angela, welcome. All right, so kind of like a little crescent at the bottom. And there's a bunch of different ways of doing headlamps. This one's just one that I happen to like. And then we'll lighten it a little bit more. Man, this chair is just out of control. It needs a spanking. I do. Angela's your mom's name, isn't it? Did they give you an account yet? They should give you an account. You can use your own name, whatever it is. Benji, or... Are there any kids named Benji? Benji? I don't know anybody named Benjamin that goes by Benji. Benji's a dog's name. No, Spot is a dog's name. And so is Stripe. It seems so good name. Buster. Buster's like the name. What's wrong with you, Buster? Oh. I like that. I like that little guy. Let's take a photo of him. And of course, we need to add a little chrome around that. That's going to change the look of it a little bit, but it's a nice metallic finish, and all we did is nice. That's sick. You know what the thing about it is? This is $1. Like, how do they make this thing for only $1? It's got really good details. This is the one I really like. Let me show you a picture of this one, because this one's got lots of lamps on it. I love painting the headlamps and turn signals and all that kind of stuff. And these vehicles have the detail. They're just not like on there. Like this clown, the clown funny car. You know, I mean, there's like little lines for all like the pop-up lights on this Corvette. I think that's what this is supposed to be. Originally a Corvette. They just decided not to paint it on there. Okay, let's see what I can make out. What says on it. Not so funny car team. Big floppy lead foot vise. Wigless Snedden. Schultzy the detail hobo. Willie get a real job Mott. Willie Mott. Not at all Gabby. Okay, well those aren't, I can't use those names. Those are lame. They really are pretty lame. 1977 is the mold on this thing. This is an old school Hot Wheels. All right, let's get the chrome, the chromish color, the most chrome-like color, which is going to be mithril silver. And we're going to go around that. We're going to go around the lips. This car's got lips. This one does. Will I be live tomorrow? I hope so. I'm on a tear, man. I got tons of these cars to do. Of course, last time you were on here, I wasn't doing cars. I was doing tanks or who knows what. So now we're making cars for this Gaslands game. This is the kind of stuff I enjoy doing. The detail work. Almost looks like a blowfish a little bit. Blobby the blowfish. We would have called it something else. The problem is we got to use the HW logo on the door. Unfortunately. But it is what it is. It's not like I got to make 4 of these. Now this body style, which I believe this is a Willys 1941. They made a clown car also for this one, but it's not part of the set that I picked up. So it was an earlier year. Yeah, that looks good. That looks really good. All right, let's chrome up these pipes here. I can't remove them. Okay, so we will. This definitely looks like something that would spit fire. Well, that would have been a good name for this thing. A Spitfire for a flamethrower. Just sitting there idling. You know. This would be shiny. I don't want the wheels brighter than that. I don't want the back brighter than that. Hey, you got the dad that does the tool reviews. I forget where you live, though. Ohio or something like that? Michigan? Okay, this isn't dry yet, is it? No. Let's kind of get an idea what it's going to look like. Let's put a tiny little dab of this. Gonna be something like that. As you can see, I'm pretty close on the color. It needs a little bit more metallic to it. But honestly, if I left it that way, I'd probably be happy with it. But we could do a little bit better. You know, we haven't added any weathering either. The weathering really ties everything together. It really does. And we got some taillights to put down there. All right, let's go back to this red now. Although it pretty much all dried out on me. So we've got scarlet. Got a little bit of that Aramanth. Purple Heart Red, which is weird because it's like the lightest color red. You'd think it'd be the darkest one. Oh, Purple Heart, well, that's gonna be like really dark red. Nope, not this one. All right, and we're gonna do this with a little bit of black. We added too much black. And a little of the Iron Breaker metallic. You have to go to bed. Man, it's that early? That's right, we've talked about that. Your parents do a good job of disciplining you. I go to bed real early either. I mean, I used to be a night owl, but then then you realize it isn't worth it. You stay up till 3 in the morning, but then you got to sleep until noon. So what did you really accomplish? Nothing. All right, and we still have more of this metallic, or did we put it away? Maybe add a little bit more metallic to it. Yep, now we got a little bit of a sparkle. That way it kind of matches the rest of the car. And we're going to leave the end of this barrel in black, because it's the business end of the flamethrower. I'm going to highlight this stuff so the little open portholes in there will catch your eye. All right, 4 folks on here. All right, let's do a little bit of weathering on here. So we're going to let's go grab our usual suspects. They're chocolate brown, first and foremost. I really need to sit down and get all these impurities out of these brushes. This will work. Nothing crazy, but there needs to be some weathering on there. All right, then we'll go up one to U.S. Field Drab. Oh, there might be some of this that I want to do on the back. Yeah. All right, U.S. Field Drab. And then last but not least, Iraqi sand. That's okay. Ah, fuck. We grabbed another color along the way. All right. Well, this doesn't happen very often. Can't find a paper towel. It's not handy right here. All right, we're all good again. Those type of things are so rare that they really catch me off guard. Hit the top edges on this. Okay. Something like that. Now this thing is going to need a dull coat on it. Well, gotta add some rust to it as well. Forgot about that. And we'll probably do that in the morning. We'll finish this up in the morning, like we finished the garbage truck up this morning. All right, folks. Well, thanks for stopping by. We'll catch you